皆さん、こんにちは、あきえです。2024年2月24日に、あるコミコンみたいなイベントに行ってみた。そのイベントにFNAF映画のフレディとチカの俳優、正式にはスタント役であるケビン、フォスターとジェス、ワイスはゲストとして登場した。仕事をするためによく旅をするので、向かってる目的地の途中だったので、そのイベントに行ってみた。オクラホマ州にあるオクラホマシティに行われたイベントだ。せっかくだからイベントに行って、俳優との質疑応答イベントの動画を撮ろうと思ったけど、遅くなって見逃してしまった。でもこのイベントは生放送をしていたので、FNAF に関するところを翻訳して転載してもいいと聞いてみたら、OK と言われた。概要欄に元の動画のリンクを貼っておく。次の日に、イベントの近くにある映画館で別の質疑応答イベントがあった。そっちの方をちゃんと撮れたのでパート2で見せるつもりだ。あ、ちなみに動画が長くならないようにFNAFと関係ないところを色々カットした。とにかく始めよう。質疑応答イベントを見逃しちゃったけど、後でケビンからサインをもらえたので、先にその映像を見せる。顔にカメラを向けるのがちょっと恥ずかしかったので、テーブルの方を向いてる時もある。
We have cash.
Thank you.
And there's your 10 back as well.
Thank you. Oh, I have a quick question. If they brought you back for the next one, what character would you want to be? Just hypothetical.
Any Freddy iterations, like if it's Toy Freddy,
yeah.
if it's Nightmare Freddy, I want to keep being Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy's the best.
I haven't gotten the call yet.
Yeah, I mean they're probably still making them, so. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Do you guys know who this actor and actress is other than Five Nights at Freddy's? Did y'all play the games Five Nights at Freddy's? Listen, there's a lot of little kids out here that are raising their hands. I'm concerned now. Isn't that supposed to be like creepy, dude?
It's PG-13. 16 plus.
How? Explain that to me real quick. Somebody out there that's smarter than I am, tell me how that's a kid's game. How's it a kid's game?
It's not. I watched Freddy Krueger when I was there.
So, if Sasquatch is 7.5, 8 feet tall, like solid muscle, we're talking 900 pounds, easy, guaranteed it could dislocate every bone in your body. If it thumped you in the head, it would cave your skull in. I am. It's true. It's true. Guys, come on. Yeah, we're ready for you guys. Guys, this is your Five Nights at Freddy's panel. Y'all give them a round of applause. Miss Jess and Mr. Kevin. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Uncle Nasty. Uncle Nasty.
Uncle Nasty?
Yep.
Kevin, just plain Kevin.
That's right. That's right.
Where do you want to sit, Kevin?
I guess over here.
All right.
Here, I'll sit next to you.
Yeah. We're all friends here.
Yeah, we're all friends.
Okay, guys. This is awesome.
Check.
We are full out here, and I told you guys briefly how this is going to work. We are going to let these fine people introduce themselves to you guys, however they choose so, and then I'm going to ask just one question, just to break the ice, because I know some of you people get nervous or whatever, and you're like, I don't know, but this is your guys' panel. Okay, I'm just the moderator, all right? I'm just going to watch on YouTube, help them ask their questions. Okay, this is your guys' panel. You made the trip. It's all about you guys. So this is what we're going to do after you guys.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate it. And you guys look amazing. Everybody's costumes look so good.
Yeah, hey, good. It's good to see a full crowd here, and I love chatting with fans. So any questions you guys got, we're up for it.
Oh, real quick, I should probably do this. Nobody told me otherwise, but there's for no reason any kind of questions that you can't ask, that you can't answer, right?
If there's questions we can't answer, we're not shy about saying, I can't answer that.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Honestly, at this point, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like the movie's out. So before the movie was out, there was stuff like, oh, I don't know if we should say that. We know nothing about the second movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, we
rumors
can't offer anything.
We've heard. So
Yeah. You guys know more than we do about the second movie.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. First question, just to break the ice. What does it feel like to now be honestly solidified in something with such a strong fan base and lore?
ここからロアという言葉がよく出るので、どういう意味なのかちょっとだけ説明する。ストーリー解説動画のパート1でもう説明したけど、その動画を見なかった人のために短い説明を書いてみる。ロアは背景に起きたストーリー、もしくはすぐに見てわからない方のストーリーのことだ。基本的にメインのストーリーも含めてるけど、何千年前に、みたいな細かい情報も含まれてる。スーパーマリオギャラクシーの場合、ピーチ姫を助けに行くマリオがメインのストーリーで、ロゼッタの絵本の方がロアだ。指輪物語の場合、本に書いてある文章、つまり指輪を火山に捨てるための旅がメインのストーリーで、追放編に書いてある情報の方がロアだ。FNAF 1の場合、警備員が1週間ピザ屋で働いて、マスコットキャラのアニマトロニクスに殺されないように頑張ってるのがメインのストーリーだ。ピザ屋の会社によると、動かさないとサーボが固まってしまうから夜に動いてる、らしい。でもロアの方は、アニマトロニクスが動いてる本当の理由は、このピザ屋で殺害された子供の幽霊がアニマトロニクスに宿ってる。もっと深掘りしないといけない方のストーリーはロアなんだ。初見の時に、目の前で見た方のストーリーよりも、裏の情報、とか、実はこうだった、の方がロアとよく呼ばれる。それじゃあ、イベントの動画に戻るね。
What does it feel like to now be honestly solidified in something with such a strong fan base and lore?
It blows my mind, honestly. It's still processing for me.
Yeah, it's like, is this real?
Yeah.
Is this really happening?
I'm waiting to wake up from a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been amazing. All the fans have been so kind and so welcoming, and learning about the lore. I knew about the video game. I didn't know about the extensive lore behind it. And so learning about that, I've learned so much, and it's more to it than I ever imagined.
Somebody came to the table about a half hour ago and was like, how long did it take you to learn all the lore? I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't know 5% of the lore.
Yeah.
This is insane. I read Into the Pit on the airplane coming here last night. I know, like, you guys know so much more than I do because there's so much to know. I had no idea. When we were making this, we're like, oh, it's a movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah.
So much more than a movie.
Well, your son really kind of helped you too.
Braden knows a lot, but then Jade's son Gabriel too.
Oh,
he was our go-to. So Jade Kinder Martin played Bonnie, and his son is 12 or 13 now. Whenever we had questions about lore, we would call up Gabriel. We would be on set and we'd go, call Gabriel. And we go, Gabriel, what is this about? What is that? And he would explain everything to us like an encyclopedia. And that's how we learned our stuff. But honestly, I don't know 5% of the lore. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I love it when people come up and they say, hey, do you know about this or that? And I might know about it, but a lot of it I don't. So I really love learning about it. Yeah.
Okay, guys. That was the answer to the question that I asked. The ice is broke.
Yeah, I think there's a question all the way back there.
No, hold on, wait a second. Wait. Rules are, we got a microphone because the people that are watching live can't hear the question, so please come up.
Wait, people are watching live?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
We're live on Gabe's
YouTube.
Cave on YouTube. Yes,
now
sir.
I'm nervous.
Uh-oh.
And for everyone further back than this, I'm sorry, this is as far as the microphone can stretch, so if you have a question back there, you will have to walk up to me and ask.
Kevin gets camera shy.
Okay. Have you watched any of the MatPat theory videos?
I watched the Matt Pat FNAF timeline, the hour and a half video, about a week ago because right now I'm writing a book called The Science of Possessed Animatronics. So I wanted to learn. I was asking my son, Braden, who's 9, I was asking him questions. He goes, you need to watch Matt Pat's video. So that's why I did. So I literally, the only Matt Pat video I watched was that one a week ago.
The saddest part is he's retiring.
Oh.
I never believe that. When people say they're like Michael Jordan retired, and then he came back and won 3 championships. So I would take that with a grain of salt. I don't know the man, never met him. He's young.
He posted a video saying about how he's retiring.
Okay.
Yeah, March 9th.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. People change their minds. People come out of retirement.
Yeah.
He's young. He's what, in his 20s or early 30s probably. I wouldn't take it as Matt Pat's gone. I'll just say that. I don't know anything, but that's, yeah. Yeah. You look great, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
You look amazing.
Fantastic. Who's next? I saw your hand first.
Do you ever get scared on set because of loud noises and stuff?
Well, for this movie, I don't think. I'm trying to think. This movie.
No loud noises.
No,
Really.
Generally on set there aren't loud noises because everything has to be quiet. But on this movie, I'm trying to think if there was a moment that like something might have spooked me, but I don't think there was.
It was pretty mild.
Yeah.
You had a pretty good environment.
I think coming back to being scared on set with Five Nights, I know that when we were in the costumes, we couldn't see anything. So I definitely know that I've freaked out a few
like claustrophobic wise?
No, the crew.
Oh.
Because I can't see anybody. So I'm just walking, and then like a crew member turns a corner, and there I am, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, scaring other people.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I saw a little man in the back there. I saw your hand first.
Come on up here, little man in the back.
Come on, Glamrock.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Nice.
Wow.
I haven't played that one, but I do know about that game.
Mom, is that Mom? Are you Mom? You got to let him walk up here when he...
In front of the camera?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
let him see him.
The home audience has to see him.
Yeah.
After he asks his question, let him ask his question.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
We are high-tech redneck. You hear me?
All right, you ready? Ask.
Does it feel comfortable in the suit?
Was it comfortable in the suit? Is that what? It's never comfortable in a creature costume.
This one, it wasn't too bad.
It
It was
wasn't
made
that
out
bad.
of foam. The only thing that was really hard was the heads. The heads were about 17. Was it 17 or 19?
17 pounds.
17 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's resting on our head, so it was a lot of pressure on our neck. So that was the most uncomfortable part. And then sitting, too.
Sitting was hard.
Yeah.
Okay, does that answer your question? Say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next, saw your hand.
I know you said you didn't play any of the games, but have you read any of the novels?
Yeah. Was the question directed to me? Or okay. Yeah, Kevin has. So the games, I don't do well with jump scare games. So I tried to play it through the controller. I was like, I can't do this. It was like my nerves were shot. So I started watching a bunch of the YouTubers play them to get an understanding of it, and then also reading a bunch of the lore and a lot of the. I did a lot of time on Reddit. Yeah.
I started playing the game right when I got the job, December of 22. Mm-hmm. My son and I started playing the game together. And
but you also made a home version.
I did. So, do you guys know Piggy, the Roblox game? So, a while ago, I started making a live-action version of Piggy for my kids around the house. I would make it becomes kind of like an escape room, except Piggy's trying to kill you at the same time. So I would put clues everywhere, and you got to go you got to get into my car to get the clicker to open the garage to get to the backyard, and then you got to the gate is tied with this string, so you got to find the lighter to burn the string off to do this whole Piggy course, and the whole time I'm walking around with this baseball bat going, So I kind of did the same thing for Five Nights at Freddy's, where I'd put security cameras in the house, and I had my son and his friend in the office, and instead, because you can't, the power element, like the power draining, is very hard to do in real life. So we made the rule that there's 2 doors to the office, so you can only have one door closed at a time. And you got to look at the cameras to see where I am, because I was Freddy, and I would look in the cameras and And so my son was on the monitors watching where I am, and his friend was in charge of which door to close at a time. And so we got about a minute and a half into that, and my son's friend pulled the plug. He goes, I can't do this. Can't do it. Too scary. Can't. And
It's anxiety-inducing.
It's
I
really,
can't do it.
really anxious. Opening a door, not knowing if I'm going to be standing there ready to kill you. But I started playing the first game. I am stuck on night 5. I have not beaten night 5. And that's where I played the VR game once.
Oh, yeah.
I screamed. I literally screamed when I walked by. It was really weird. My wife was carrying groceries into the house. She was coming in the front door, and she hears me scream. She's like, what the heck is going on in here? I'm like, it's Freddy! I can't do it! And I haven't played since.
Yeah, I am not even going to attempt the VR.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I would be in the fetal position on the ground crying.
But all you kids should put the headset on your dads and moms and make them play once, because you video it and put it on YouTube, because it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
I say the next panel opportunity that we have with these two, we get a VR headset.
Oh, man.
And we make this happen.
Oh.
That's Kevin. Kevin will do it. I'll do the commentary.
No, we'll put volunteers from the...
Yeah.
No.
Kids
We
will
want to win
volunteer.
this.
I'll do the commentary.
Do you two have a favorite animatronic from FNAF 1?
Mine's the cupcake. Hands down the cupcake. Carl, I love him. I would hang out with him on set. Carry him around.
Yeah. Carl was your puppy.
Yeah, my pupcake.
Your pup, yeah. I don't know why, but I dig Foxy.
Foxy was really cool.
In the game, Foxy's my nemesis. Foxy always kills me. So I have to, if I go into the cameras now, I make sure that I'm looking left in the game, because that's where Foxy's coming from. Because if I'm looking right, and I see Foxy coming, I can't work my hands quick enough to close the door on the left, so I need to be looking that way. So I should hate Foxy, but for some reason, he's my favorite.
But he looked so good.
Yeah.
The animatronic Foxy on set looked so
Yes.
good. They did an amazing job with him.
Yeah.
Were you guys there on the day that Foxy caught on fire on the set?
Well, Foxy didn't quite catch on fire. There was just some smoke. So it was like with any mechanical part, it might get worn down a little bit and a little smoke came out. That's all.
I didn't know that happened, so that's fascinating.
This little
Yep.
Up front, yeah.
Yeah. Panel member up here would like to.
Yeah.
Did you audition for these characters?
Oh, that's a
really good question.
That's a really, really good question. So the way it works with stunt performers is that you don't technically audition. The stunt coordinator knows you and knows your body of work and what you've done, and then he finds the performer that he feels will best suit that role. And so we got contacted by the stunt coordinator Andy Dillon to do these roles. And so I mean, I guess technically you kind of...
Sometimes you audition,
Yeah.
but for this one, it was a phone
Yeah.
call. It was
Yeah.
like, hey, I got this movie, Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's a video game. We start in January. That was the call. And
Yeah.
I go, okay, great, let's do it.
Imagine that. Hey, real quick, I see a bunch of hands, so let's. This is great. It's awesome. If you guys would, y'all go to the middle row right here, and that way we can just go down the
We're gonna
line.
form
If
a
you've got a
line.
question, go in. Like that way we know how many people we have that want to ask a question. That way, you know.
Thank you, Uncle.
By the way, Harley Quinn, you look great. Harley Quinn, did she hear me?
A lot of people.
Man, this is what it's about, y'all. Look at all these people out
this
here
is
finna ask a
awesome.
question, man. That's what's up.
Hi.
Hi, how
Hi.
you doing?
Good. My father wanted me to say hi since he's watching, but when you were wearing the suits, did you think you were gonna get spring locked?
There was actually not spring locks
Yeah.
built into our
But
suits.
like just like the thought of it having been sabotaged.
Here's how ignorant I am. I didn't know spring locks existed when I was wearing the suit. I learned about it like through the course of the movie, and then seeing, the scene with Matt, I was like, oh, that's what spring locks are. Like, that's how little I knew about this.
A truly terrifying mechanism.
Exactly. Very terrifying.
Thank you for your question.
So, what was your favorite scene to film in the suits?
Ooh. You start.
I loved the scene where Mike meets the animatronics for the first time. I really enjoyed it. It was really tough because I had to I kind of beeline for him. For me, that was the most acting I got to do because Freddie had an attitude towards Mike. He didn't trust him, and he showed it, and he's not hiding it. So I really enjoyed it for that. But when Abby comes up and hugs me, and then I go, okay, Mike's cool, and I turn, I was basically in second position, like dance position. My toes totally turned out. Trying to balance in that position for like a minute was incredibly painful. But I did enjoy that scene the most because I got to do some acting that wasn't present in the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I think mine was when I brought Abby back to the parts room and I was going to make her an animatronic. That to me was a lot of fun.
I like that part too.
Did you play any of the other games?
What could you ask again?
Did you play any of the other games?
Oh, play any of the other games.
I've played 4. Have you played 4?
Yeah.
It's super scary, and I hope they make a movie of that game because it's a different level of scary, I think.
Okay, so in the FNAF movie, the scene where Bonnie falls over while they're making how
fort.
many times did that scene have to be retaken? Because if it were me, I would not be able to keep a straight face at all.
So that scene, we didn't do very many takes of that, and we'll tell you why. What you don't see is that I'm on my knees and hands, and Foxy is standing on my back. And that was the weight of the head, it was 17 pounds, pulling on my neck was very painful. So that's why we didn't have very many takes of it. But Kevin...
You remember when Bonnie fell over?
Yeah.
He was standing on my back. That's what he was falling off of. And so the same thing, I was on hands and knees holding that head up. So my neck muscles were getting really, really sore quickly. And that was also the most painful scene for Jade, who played Bonnie, because he was even though he's falling on a pad, when you're in that giant head, it doesn't feel good to fall down on it. Yeah, that was, and so when we saw the movie on the very first day, Jade and I were in the movie theater sitting next to each other, and when we saw how they put that scene together, we cringed because, not that they did it badly, but the most painful part of the movie that we did not end up in the movie. So we're a little disappointed
And that
in that.
that does happen a lot. Like,
Yeah.
You'll do
It's normal.
Yeah, you'll do a stunt or something and be like, yeah, that looked great. And then the movie comes out or the TV show and you're like, wait, what happened? Where is it?
I have a question. How did it feel whenever you, sir? Whenever you had to fall down on the stage because you got water.
Oh, that's a good question. So we rehearsed that. So we practiced it on pads, and it was okay. But then in the movie, when Freddie and Bonnie fall down because they get electrocuted, that was the puppets. They were going to shoot it with the puppets and then bring me and Jade in to do it, but they liked how it looked so much with the puppets that they said, we don't need Kevin and Jade to do it. So we didn't have to do it. So it was great.
Oh yeah, I have one more question. I have something to tell you. Whenever I was watching it, I noticed that there was still a little bit of water before he splashed the water on y'all. There was a little water still on the ground.
Really?
Oh,
I did not notice. This is something I'm going to have to look
that,
for.
yeah.
I didn't notice that.
You guys move up a little bit. We got this camera. It can see all of you beautiful people. Now I can see you even better. That's right.
Harley Quinn, yeah?
No, Chica.
Chica.
Chica?
That's Chica.
Oh, okay.
That's Chica.
I don't know. I'm getting vibes of Harley Quinn.
She's got the nose. It's Chica.
Okay.
Did you guys get to meet Scott Cawthon? And if you did, what was he like?
Scott was amazing. He was so nice. And it was just, he was excited to be there and share his, just his story with us. And like, he was there the entire time was filming, which was very impressive for me, because if you're not used to filmmaking, it's long hours. We're talking 12 minimum and, possibly 16 hours a day. And you're starting super early and going super late. And he was there the entire time.
And his whole concern, he was really, really 100% concerned with giving the fans what they want and what they expect. So he made a lot of decisions based on what are the fans going to want. And I think it showed up in the movie because the fans seemed to be pretty pleased with it.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
welcome.
We do have a question from the YouTube audience. It'll be a simple one, quick one you could answer, but they want to know how good was the visibility in the mask?
So I couldn't see it all. And
her mouth was narrow.
Yeah, it was. Mine was narrow. And so if the mouth was open, completely open, more than what you see in the movie, I could kind of see, but it was literally like that much. And that was it.
Yeah.
So
my mouth was wide, so I had more visibility, but there was one scene where the mouth was closed and I had to walk about 10 feet and hit a mark. And we did it, and I'm like guessing where my mark is because I'm totally blind. And they're like, you missed your mark. I was like, yeah, I know. I can't see anything. I go, guys, can you ask Artie? Artie Esposito was the puppeteer controlling my head and all the facial features. I said, can you ask Artie to open the mouth just a crack? He cracked it open, honestly, probably a half a centimeter. And then I go, okay, I'm good. I can see furniture. I know where my mark is. We're good. Yeah. But the mouth had to be open a little bit.
And the other thing, too, is that we had in-ear monitors. And so they would talk to us through a microphone and we could hear it. But they wouldn't do it while we were filming, recording, because they didn't want to get that audio. But, that helped a lot, too.
Did you enjoy making the movie?
Oh, absolutely. 10 out of 10.
It was fun.
I'd do it again.
It was fun. It was nice that the stage was air-conditioned.
Oh, God, yeah. In Louisiana?
Yeah, that was good.
So, what aspects of Five Nights at Freddy's draws you to it?
Oh.
Like, what are your favorite aspects from what you've seen from the games, movies, just in general?
I like the storyline, honestly. I like how it's just this guy who created this restaurant and then the animatronics and what he just done with them. I like that.
I like that it's kind of, it's a little bit of a mystery, like the question of, are the animatronics good or evil? right? It's a kind of muddy area. They're not good or evil. A lot of stuff happened to them, and that's why they are how they are. And the fact that they want Abby not to just be evil and... Is there a race going on?
There is.
Oh.
This happens every panel. Yeah, man, y'all go! Woo!
Go Edison's medicine. So yeah, like it's kind of it's a fertile ground for acting because the characters it's not black and white, good or evil. It's, well, this stuff happened to them and that's why they're doing this. They want Abby because they're desperate for another friend to play with, but they're going to kill her to make that happen. So this is kind of a gray area that we don't really know how to deal with, and that's a really fun place to play.
How long did it take to get into costume, and how long were you in costume for?
Yeah, so when we first started, it took us quite a bit to actually get into the costumes.
We're figuring out how to do it.
And then because we had 4 weeks of rehearsal, and in that time frame, we got it down to like maybe 5 minutes getting in.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
from
and then
start to finish.
And then the heads were separate. So we would spend about 25 minutes in the heads. The longest it was about 45. Is that right?
I think 48.
48?
48 is because there was a timer because they
Yeah.
had to make a report for OSHA, like how long can we be in these costumes to where it's safe? And we put 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We never got out in 15 minutes. Not once.
It was about 25.
It was 20 to 48
Yeah.
was the range that we were in.
So putting the heads on took some time because the heads were fully animatronic, and controlled by the puppeteers, which were connected to batteries.
But even the head, it was like 2 or 3 minutes to go on, if that.
Yeah,
right?
if there wasn't an issue.
If there was no problems. If there's problems, everything's out the window.
Yeah, so it was pretty quick. But we stayed in the lower half. So the top half that you see, like the arms and the body and the head, we would take off. And then we would just stay in our lowers.
In the movie, there was a scene where you guys were building a fort. How was building that in the suits like?
So building the fort, so the way that worked was set deck, there were different versions of it. And so the set decorators would come and then they built it and they would screw it in so it was for safety. But you would see, it kind of being built and then being built. And when that was all set deck. And then we would just, like Bonnie just placed the chair, so it'd be like that.
Okay, did you guys ever notice like the lore implications and stuff with like Ella being the Springlock suit that Abby was almost stuffed into and Chica being the one to lead her there? Like, I don't know if you guys are fans before this, but
I was not aware of any of that. Like I remember being in the movie theater and people are reacting to stuff like that in the movie, and I would have to like ask my son, "Hey, what just happened? What's going on?" And he would tell me. And like even Matt Pat in the diner, I had to know what he looked like. I'm like, why is this scene in the movie? Well, now I know because of, that's just a theory, right? Game theory. So.
When was the first date of ever recording the movie? For you guys.
Well, the movie started shooting, I think, February 1st.
Yeah.
We started working.
When did we go for our fitting?
Beginning of March.
Yeah.
But well, the fitting was December.
Oh, that's right.
That was December of 22. But yeah, we started shooting. We were rehearsing in January, and then we rehearsed. Oh, we shot basically the month of March.
Yes.
In 23.
Yeah, we wrapped April 3rd or the 4th. Was it the 3rd or 4th?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, that was the last day of shooting.
Okay, guys, the people at the con had come and informed that they needed to get back downstairs. That there's a whole bunch of people that are waiting for autographs.
Uh-oh.
And
we're in trouble now.
So I am sorry for you people that did not maybe get to ask one question. Hopefully you got to at least ask one. I saw some of the people that were in the line had already gotten to at least ask one question. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. Y'all stand up, clap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, come down to our tables. If you got questions, come down. If you think of something later, we're there all weekend.
Yeah, if your question didn't get asked,
you're guaranteed some one-on-one time when you get there in front of them.
Thank y'all. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, kick ass.